Hello, my name is Trish. Today I'm going to tap back into the Idaho 4 case. It's going to be big this year. This is where we have the trial will be starting 2025. So the energy we're going to be, I think more things are going to be revealed to us, and this is going to be a big topic. Now I'm very, very interested in this case. I've been able to make contact with 3 of the 4 victims in past readings, and I feel there's something about this case. Once I start getting into it, I become obsessed with it. I just can't stop looking at it. I just cannot stop getting involved with this case. I've had quite a few months off this case, and I haven't been around it, but I just feel it's time to start taking a look in. Now, when I first tapped in here, I was getting a bit of static. I could feel like the shift in energy coming in, so I feel quite, I'm on the right path by tapping back into this case. I heard that there's going to be a break in the case. Now I don't know if that's defense or prosecution, but there's going to be some kind of break in the case. So I am going to ask today, we're going to be revealed anything new on defense or prosecution, and just see if there's anything that any information that needs to come forward here, or any general information, words that would like to come through here. I've got to pause for a minute. I really, really want to read the Idaho 4 case, but I'm actually reading on another case at the moment. Okay, I just have to do this little reading first. I will get back to the Idaho 4 case, but I just need to read on this energy right here that's coming through right now. Maybe there's a break in this case that I'm reading on. Let me try and tap in to see who I'm working with here. I'll be back with the Idaho 4. I'm going to see if I can get into the Idaho 4 case. Unexpectedly, I had a bit of a Sebastian Rogers came through, so I had to work with that. So you have to work with whatever spirit comes through. I didn't know who it was at first, but then it became clear on the card. So he was a little rattled. He was a little bit he's just wanting answers. He's just wanting, he was a bit agitated. So I'm going to see if I can now change the energy here, and see if I can come in and have a look at what's happening. I'll keep it very light with the Idaho 4. But I do plan on getting back into this case this year, because we have the trial this year. So first of all, let me know if I have a connection here with the Idaho 4 case. I just want to ask a couple of questions around the Idaho 4. We're talking about being put in a room, and we're talking about the house, the 1122 King Road. So I feel I'm okay now to read on this one here. Okay. Firstly, tell me something about this case. I'm still just really tapping in, just really making sure, validating that I am on the right case before I bring through any information. That's what's happening this year. This year we are talking about sentencing and the trial this year. Okay, coming to an end here. We've got too many cards on the table. Let me just see if there's any here. So 2 crimes committed, two crimes related to this. Something with, there we go, justice, judgment, justice here. So this is what we're talking about. We are talking about it. 2 crimes committed, so other crimes involved in this. So maybe it was one crime that led to another crime. So here with this situation, and it could also be related to a ringmaster or a ring. So I do feel I'm on the right one. Money involved, it says money involved in this case, and it's saying that the end of the situation. So this is either the death or the end of the situation, or could be coming to an end. Okay, just have a little look. There's web of lies related to this case. Where are we? Somebody wanting out of a situation, trying to get themselves out of a situation. somebody is guilty and a deal was organized, so maybe that's related to trying to get out of something. Could be what they were trying to get out of was related to the dark web, or recordings is what they were trying to get out of. But a deal had been organized. Here we're talking about a position of authority. Could be law enforcement, could be somebody that had authority over them, over the situation here, unaware of the situation, so unaware of the consequences. Okay, so now let's ask the questions. I just wanted to make sure that I was tapping in the right case here, so all of those cards make sense to this case, this Idaho 4 case. Okay, so tell me please, will we have any new information revealed from the prosecution over 2025? Talking about timing, or time running out, or timing. We are talking about the building, the home, the building. So this is a building coming down, so it's related to, and the building's down now, they've pulled the building down. Death, freedom, and deeply involved. So somebody deeply involved in this case is free, or will go free. So there's freedom here around somebody going free, or somebody is free that was deeply involved in the death. Could be related to underground. That card fell out on its own, so something like something underground, as in an underground operation. Okay, anything that will be revealed from the defense, anything that we currently do not know about this case, it's going to be revealed from the defense. Okay, they're saying go back to prosecution here. Addressing rumors. So because I'm saying defense, but I'm hearing go back to prosecution, and they're saying rumors. There's rumors that's going to be addressed here. Now, it could be related to the digital footprint or the pinging of the cell tower around the phone here. So let's see if there's anyone missing. So wrong direction, ringmaster, and justice. Okay, secrets exposed over here. Secrets exposed around. So let's go back to prosecution for a moment, because that's what I heard. I'll be back to defense. So prosecution, is there anything else that around prosecution that you want to say from the prosecution? We're really quite strongly around the prosecution case is the DNA. So there's a big deal around that DNA. So a lot of strategy and planning around the DNA. So a lot of thought has gone into that. A lot of the prosecution's argument is related to the DNA. Now, we could be going back on that somehow, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune. It could be going back on the DNA somehow. There's something around the DNA that's going to come out, and we could be going backwards, because we've got the word back here, so it could be going back on the DNA. So something, or going back for DNA, going to collect more DNA. I know they can't do that because of the building, but there's something going back on the DNA, it's saying here. Something was seen, so something seen. But I was talking prosecution then. So let's come back to the defense now. Where are the defense going with this trial? We're talking Bryan Kolberger. Okay, so a wrong direction. Okay, they're wanting people to look at things differently and think about things a little bit differently around this case. So it feels like it's going in a wrong direction, but there is definitely a connection. So there's a connection here around, because we're saying defense, we're talking Bryan Kolberger. So there is a connection. He's connected to this situation in some way, but it's in a different direction than what's been said. Now, it could also be that the defense are running with that he was in a wrong direction. He was in a different direction. That could be where the defense is running with this one here, because they're saying, but there's a connection. There's a connection to being in a different place or being in a wrong direction or going in a wrong direction here. Okay, one more for the defense. Okay, Bryan Kolberger. Let's do one for a pull for Bryan Kolberger. So maybe not all are relevant, but I will run through those. But what we're seeing here, staged, set up, or framed. There's something around the Idaho 4. This is the Idaho 4 card. Something around this case was staged, set up, or framed. Whether we're talking Bryan Kolberger was staged or framed, something around him being staged or framed intentionally, or something around the whole thing, the Idaho 4 case, staged, set up, or framed. Out of the picture, something organized. So an organized to get somebody out of the picture. Need to pull another card on that one, I'm not sure. Here we're looking at evidence or something around it being covered up or tampered with. Tampered evidence or okay, allegations, covering up allegations here. Authority. Tampering or covering up. Authority causes delays to the case. This is suspension delays. Hangman, delays to the case. Now here is the confrontation. So there was a confrontation going on in this Idaho 4 case. There was a really relevant, important fight or battle that was going on. I don't know if it's to do with fraternity. I don't know if it's to do with Maddie or if it's Ethan and Xana. I don't know. I'm not sure where this confrontation was, but it's a really relevant part of this case. But it's saying here that it's something about it is being covered up. So they're covered up authority person. Somebody in authority is covering up any leads or anything relevant around that confrontation. It's like that confrontation never happened, so they're trying to cover up that aspect of it. But there's delays. It's causing delays to the defense. I feel delays in the case around trying to uncover that information. Here we've got the staged and framed or organized. Okay, one more final pull. Let's go from the Idaho 4. Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, Xana. So we're talking they're wanting justice. They're wanting justice, and we're talking the trial. So they're aware of the trial. Here we've got legal trial, so they're aware of it. They've got their eyes on it, but they're saying there's something around the timing. I've said that before. There's something going on with the timing. Now, is it the timing of the trial or is it the timing of the event that they're saying it took place at 4 when it could have been 2? I think I've said that before, but it's saying there's something around the timing here that's important, and also the trial itself. Now they're saying stranger not known to me, so there could be somehow a stranger involved in this, someone they didn't know. Digital footprint. So there's a digital footprint here. There's something about this was recorded. There is a digital footprint. Now all the other cards that fell out here is somebody, there was a risky situation with them that they didn't want. One of the people here was involved in a risky situation that they were trying to get out of. They didn't want to be involved in that situation anymore. Innocent. maybe taken advantage of, maybe innocent and naive when it comes to that. But there again, these cards fill out in a clump, so they may not actually be relevant. Carrying a heavy burden, so somebody had a lot to carry on their shoulders. So I'm going to leave those cards because I'm not quite sure of the relevance there, or if all of those cards are relevant. So if there's any, let's do a final pull on this one. As I said, I'm going to get back into this case. I'm going to start looking into it again. And yeah, see what's going on and try and stay up to date on what's happening with this case. But this is my initial first tap in. I haven't done this case for about 6 months, so I just wanted to tap back in and see what I could see with this case. Okay, so they're talking to me now about somebody wanting to talk. They're saying fair and balanced here, trial. Okay. Somebody knew a lot about drug scene, drugs, poisoned. I'm feeling we're talking drugs here, not poison. Somebody, okay, this is either that one of the 4 victims wanted to talk about something, and that could have been the reason behind it all. Or it could be that somebody's going to talk. Somebody is going to talk. But the card actually says, I know too much and I want to talk. So they either could be saying, and it's drug related, around activity with drugs. So maybe one of the victims was wanting to talk, was talking when they shouldn't have been, and that could be a result of that. I feel that's pretty accurate, pretty on the mark with what happened there. Okay, so there is a lot of rumours, active rumours around this case, and it could be related to somebody's freedom or the house. Now, this is interesting because I'm pretty sure I saw this card earlier and I just kind of didn't read it. But here we're saying there's a lot, in this case, there's a lot of rumours around somebody's innocence or freedom. Okay. We might not even be talking about Bryan Kolberger here. We might be talking about one of the victims wanted to be free from the situation, so trying to get freedom. They felt trapped in the situation in some way, but behind their back there was an orchestrated plan. So something was being planned behind their back here. This is the house and this is a car. So obviously, I know that sounds ridiculous, but this is the house. This is the 1122 King Road. But why is it connected to a car? Let's ask that question. What's the connection with a car here with this? Tied or restrained? This is a little bit dark, but what I'm feeling around this is coming back from the grub truck. Is that what it's called? It's been a while since I've looked at this case, but something about being brought back to the house from wherever they were. Grub truck might have been the last place they were. Being brought back to the house, but this card says tied or restrained. Okay, now we're talking about, so I felt on that last one it was Maddie Kaylee. Now we're talking about Xana Ethan, and we're saying that there's a bit of a distraction around those two, so it's not as it seems. So they're showing one thing happening in one place when it happened in another place, or something going on in one place when something else was going on in another place. So the distraction card where the two hands are out, so it's showing one place when something happened that was important in another case. Now maybe somebody made a deal with the devil, so maybe it's related to a deal with the devil. The Hermit card is kept in the dark, so Hermit card kept in the dark. Dark dealings, could be dark dealings here. Okay, energy's pulled right back now. I'll just read if there's anything important in this last cards, but it's saying, yeah, the energy's completely gone now from this case. Okay, DNA evidence is really important. This is the Magician card, and it's saying dark ritual or dark event. I think it's more related to dark and sinister activities, or yeah, here. And DNA evidence. Crime of opportunity could be related to the DNA. As I said, energy's gone. I'm reading just off the cards here now, which are not making sense to me because the energy's been pulled back. So I really shouldn't go any further with this one here. As I said, I'm going to be looking into this case, staying current on what's happening with this trial throughout 2025. So looking forward just to get back into it. This case was just me really just touching back in on the energy and taking a little look. So yeah, I do feel I had a connection during there, but it's just pulled back at the moment. So I'm not going to take it any further. So thank you for joining me.